Alright, welcome back to episode 2 of Road to Payouts. As you can tell by the title of the video, we did blow the account, which is crazy. Just got the account. I'm now recording this video on April 17th, but this was about a week or 2 weeks ago when I blew the account. This was that same week as I got the account. I over leveraged on accident, dropping 5 contracts on gold. I was messing around, in the settings of Top Step X, and yeah, basically I can kind of just show y'all. I can't actually go to the trade, but I can just kind of give you all an example of what basically happened. Alright, so market has been really trash these past, few days, few weeks. Like, market has just been going all over the place. Like, it has been really crazy, but as y'all saw in like that last episode 1, I was talking about going for a sell. In this area I did actually take a sell. As you can see, market was just overly bullish. I don't even know why I took a sell right here. It did look good, but it's just too much bullish pressure, entering in the market. But basically, you could just kind of just picture this. I got a SL with about 15 ticks. Let's just say that's about right here. Actually, I'll go to GC itself. Alright, so this is the actual futures chart, but just to show. So imagine your SL is, about right here. It's 15 ticks. Well, my SL was actually supposed to be right here. It ended up with me, messing around in Top Step. Like, it didn't have my SL right here, so I basically just got instantly, stopped out through price. Like, price just shot up. Let me just try and draw it. Price just basically shot up through my SL, and I really didn't have an SL right here. But imagine you putting 5 contracts on gold with this tight of an SL. It's supposed to be, boom, instantly shot through that account. Gone. You can't really do nothing with this. Like, once you hit that rule of going past the limit in Top Step for the drawdown, like, you're done. Like, it automatically blows the account. You can't trade the account anymore. You gotta buy a new account. Now, this is really careless of me messing up my contract size. Like, I'm just happy I wasn't, on the like a funded stage or anything, because the account would have been blown and would have been out of luck. But as I said, yeah, this was just a terrible loss on my part, just not checking, making sure all my stuff is straight. With trading, you always got to trade like a robot, whatever it may be. Always got to make sure you got your SL perfect, your stop, your take profit, in the right place. Make sure you're entering in the right place every time, or you will have this problem, which unfortunately happened to me. But yeah, that is just about it with the loss. Like, it is what it is. This isn't my first time trading and blowing a account. I feel like everybody who trades a firm, they have to blow an account, sooner or later. Whether you can be like the best trader you can imagine, you will blow an account. You will, mess up your psychology. You will, have problems with, whatever you're doing in your trading. And it all happens to everyone. It's just something you just have to control every time you get in the market. Make sure you're trading like a robot. Make sure you can't have any mistakes with trading, no matter if it's out of your control or in your control. Like, you got to be on point with this every single time. And we just wasn't on point, with this. But it is what it is. Like I said, yeah, I will be getting a new challenge. Shout out to Top Step. They actually did send me a refund. Let me just go to the email. Well, they didn't send me a refund. They sent me an actual reset on the account. Now, like I was saying, here was just the stat. You know, that's the rule broken. You know, can't go below 48,000. We did end up doing that, but here was the reset that Top Step actually sent. You know, the markets have been really bad, you know, with all the tariffs and, you know, economic news going on in the market. Stock market's losing money, trillions of dollars, everything, you know, is just dumping, right? But shout out to Top Step. They did actually give me a free reset. You know, they said markets have been tough, and for a lot of traders, this kind of volatility is something new. We can't control the markets, but we know how frustrating that can be. Yes, that is so true. Markets just move how they want to move, whenever they want to move, you know, throughout the day. But yeah, to show you that we understand and appreciate you, we want to offer you a free reset. Now, when I have blown accounts before, you know, on Top Step, they never gave me a reset, well, a free reset like this, you know, just to redeem. It is nice, you know, the fact that they did do this, especially with all the volatility going on in the market. But yeah, I will be redeeming this, you know, and starting on my next challenge, you know, for 50K. Looks like it says this is valid for any trading combine accounts only. So yeah, I will be resetting that account that I failed and starting from scratch. This did come in so much clutch because, you know, I really didn't want to buy another combine, but shout out to Top Step for blessing for the free on this reset. So yeah, that is about it, I would say. Yeah, like I said, I'll be trading, you know, on the new account in episode 3. This account that I blew, you know, is done. We're on to the next, on to the better, you know, and still grinding, you know, to get those payouts and eventually get funded. But I will catch it on the next video in episode 3. But you all, thank you for watching, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know how the market's been treating you, you know, these past few weeks. But I will catch you all in the next one.